So here's a poem. And my two oldest friends in the world showed up to surprise me. We've been best friends since 7th grade. So that's like 20 years ago. John and Bernie, thanks for being here, guys. All right. So one thing I'll confess, I've been a lot on nonprofit boards, and for some reason I went through a phase where every nonprofit board I was on was writing a mission statement or a strategic plan. I see knowing glances around here, so you know what that's like. So this is my poem entitled My Mission Statement. And it has, as an epigraph, Nike's mission statement, which is to bring inspiration and innovation to every athlete in the world. Okay. And really ugly uniforms to Stanford, but that's another story. My mission is to be a unique driving experience. My mission is to be putty in your hands. My mission is to be your favorite pair of jeans. My mission is to whisper in your ear in several pre-selected romance languages. To star in a movie that takes Sundance by storm. I hope Penelope Cruz will be in it, even though she will contractually throw pans of ink on my head and shoot me colorfully with a sleepy pistol and make her lips do that pouty thing upon which we can hang the collected works of Henry James. Which reminds me, my mission is to rewrite the dull parts of the Kama Sutra. Because listen, people, what's a man without a dream? I say he's calamari soup. I say he's a man without a mission statement. This is why my mission is to be a global partner and a preferred provider, to serve nutritious food to a hungry world, to leave it all on the field, to go hard when coach calls my number. My mission is to write one thing you must slip under your pillow. My mission is be the pillow. My mission is be the night. My mission is to bring inspiration and innovation to every recluse in town, to every jaw-dropping wearer of a white mini, to every captain of a space station, to every radio listener too shy to call in, to even the stranger who left a nice note on my windshield that time, to you in especial. My mission is to be in business for eternity. It gets worse. How many minutes was that? One more poem?
Please, yeah.
Okay.
Please.
Oh, Lord.
How about a newer poem before I read the other poem? This is a her poem, and this is my ode to neighborhood cleanup. You know, you get the municipal directives about what to do, what to put out on the street, what not to put out on the street. So this is, and I live in Berkeley. A lot of controls in Berkeley. A lot of very explicit instructions. Okay. Do not place anything on top of your discard Etruscan plinths. The waste and detritus of the past 12 months sit on the curb. I shoved the word detritus in a banana box. If you haven't used a shirt or an idea for a year, toss it now. Out there I've dispatched the rumpled bed, my college French, the oceanic color halfway between blue and green. 90% of the world's population lives within 1 mile of the shore. Throw this data point away right now. So there's my expenditure for all to see on the street, like red light window dressing on Amsterdam's quaint boulevards. It might be all right, neighborhood cleanup, if I surrender the busted books and TVs and the municipal gulls flocked and carried each stick and stalk off into the clouds. You have no notion what it's like to be hungover, a sitting duck in the LA airport, and the X disembarks before your very bleeding eyes. Nor do I. But it's so, and I fold that in bubble wrap, which qualifies as acceptable debris. If I had a dead door, I would saw it in half, just as you require. Time to get on with my life. Today I get rid of 1997, first part of 94, most of 93. The time I engorged myself on the Nietzschean oeuvre. The authentic replicas of love dried up like house paint in the can, an environmental hazard of the second degree. Old instruments be gone, piano, shepherd's crook, stethoscope. Things we don't need, things I let go, things I wish someone would steal. But there's something I can't let go. How loss is loss, is loss, is loss, is loss, is loss, is loss. Now, so finally, this last poem is more elements of style, and you all know Strunk and White, Elements of Style, which I taught for a long time before I realized it's a very hard book. It's too hard to teach. You actually have to know how to write before you can use the book. But it kind of runs counter to this whole purpose. Anyway, so this is more elements of style, but it's really a riff on Cesare Pavese's Suicide Note. Cesare Pavese's last thing he left was, I forgive everyone and ask forgiveness of everyone. Okay? Don't gossip too much. And Cesare Pavese is one of my favorite poets, and when I first started studying Italian seriously, he's the kind of poet you read and say, hey, I can write Italian. And I remember writing Italian poems, and after about a year studying Italian, and I looked at them recently and I said, they make no sense at all. They're terrible. They're awful. But there's something wonderful about Pavese that it's just heartbreaking, and I love him so much. He's just a great poet. So the other piece here is, of course, all English majors know this one. Gerard Manley Hopkins, one of some of his favorite words, gash, gold, vermilion, susurration. So this Elements of Style poem is a sort of riff on both new elements of style and the Suicide Note. And translation is so tricky. My favorite translation experience was I was in Hanoi in this delegation, and we were at the Institute of Literature, and I was being interviewed. I don't know why, but I was being interviewed, and the translator said, Professor so-and-so wants to know your opinion of Steinbeck. I hadn't read Steinbeck since high school. So as I said something, and then Professor so-and-so has a follow-up question for you. He would like your opinion on John Steinbeck's classic novel, The Angry Grapes. It's hard to translate. More elements of style. Hopefully is an adverb meaning full of hope. You may write, you hopefully received 1,000 red roses if you're dating the New Year's Day parade in Pasadena. Omit needless words except for susurration and gash, gold, vermilion. Hold nothing back. Spend every cent. Next morning, look hard at what you have left behind. You'll be surprised, if you're like me, or you're not, at the missed opportunities and watermarks on the page. Avoid inert gases and verbs. Having is overrated, and being only goes so far. Not that I need to tell you. There's no such thing as rewriting, you know, only writing. That's about as helpless as I can be. Don't be discouraged when the piano tuner stops to eat his hero sandwich over the keys. It's all part of the process, a messy fugue. You are in this way one with everyone who ever penned a word. Sometimes words like loved ones fail you. It's not their fault. Sometimes you fail them, and it is. Before long, you may hear the piano chords played in a far-off room. And you may feel a sadness that lights within, a candle inside a carved pumpkin, All Hallows Eve. This is normal. You're not, and no one is. Sometimes the best writers break all the rules. They make comma splices sing. They don't know they are the best writers, and they just can't wait around to find out. May I commend you on your use of concrete language and your personal voice, petals on a wet black bough. Read your work out loud to others or to yourself, for you must listen to the music, the echo, the ping of conviction, like a sonar signal under the sea. Some nights are a sea and we are all submerged. The moon makes tides. The man you are walks a new shore and leaves footprints that are never erased. Do not overstate. Do not explain. Be emphatic at the close. This world is not for everyone. That much is unclear. The other world calls out, saying, come home. You'll be welcomed. There's nothing more, hopefully, left to be said. Gash gold vermilion. Make sure your reader knows who is speaking to whom.